What's up, traders? This is your boy Ace Boogie. How you doing today? Going over a swing trade recap that I took the other day and finally closed out today. Big runner of the day, HENC. I think it ended up running 125% today, and I caught a good chunk of that move. So right now I got the daily chart pulled up. As you can see, it's been getting a lot of volume recently this year. Has had a lot of attention, a lot of activity going on. Um, but here in February, it had a big push back up to its highs um, and making new 52-week highs. So that really got the stock on the attention or on the radar for many traders, me being one of them. So on this day, I ended up buying it, thinking that it's breaking out over these previous highs right here, and it can have a big move up, kind of like what happened right here. But that actually didn't happen. It actually was a fake out. It faked me out. I bought it thinking, this breakout was gonna push past, getting over the round number of 10 cents. And it actually, came down that day, closed kind of weak, and the next day had a red day. Um, I didn't cut the loss. I had a feeling I was going to swing this play anyway. And when I saw on this red day that it came down and basically touched on the top of this high of this previous day perfectly, 810 was the magic level. It came up here. This is initial resistance, came back down, broke out over it. Now that it's over it, it's coming down, and now it's support. So the technical analysis played out perfectly on that. Um, so my risk was never broken. I was looking at that level as a level that can potentially hold a higher low. So it held that, and today it spiked big. So I got the 15-minute chart pulled up. Um, I can get rid of all this stuff. So I got the 15-minute chart pulled up. Here's the day it spiked up initially. And then next day I thought I was going to break out. It had the perfect setup of you know, a high day breakout in the afternoon. Volume came in. It was near the 1500 hours, breaking out over the morning high. So buying here, you know, wasn't a bad trade. It just, for whatever reason, didn't work out that day and kind of got faked out. But it held this good consolidation zone all the way through. And when I saw that it really didn't sell off too hard, go back to the daily chart. On this red day, the volume wasn't really there. It didn't sell off as hard as, it spiked on the previous days. So that tells me that not a lot of people are interested in selling it here at these levels. So the price is most likely going to go up. This morning would have been a great buy as it's breaking over, this high again. Could have bought it right there in the morning. I think it's like 10:15. And you could just roll that spike up. You didn't have to wait through all of this consolidation and sideways price action. This was probably the most optimum buy, which was this morning. Buying right here, I was down about 10 to 12%, my position whenever it hit, the lows at the base of consolidation. So, I had a decent sized loss that I would have taken if it broke down under those levels. But I had conviction in the play, so I figured it would work out the way it did. So this morning, I sold into the first initial push. I think it pushed all the way up to almost 13, 12.75. I sold into that push. It came back down, had a real nice midday spike where it was just spiking all midday, spiking all day, just little by little, bid just creeping up, and the ask getting taken out in chunks. So about I think it was about 1:30. It had a big push over 15, um, and that's what I was really aiming for. I figured if it can get over 10 cents over here, if we get 10, it can get to 15. Round numbers, whole and half dollar or quote unquote dollar numbers, um, are areas that you look for targets. So once it broke off 10, I figured it can get to 15, but I took some off here in this initial spike just to stay patient. This was a big move in the volume. That was a big spike. So I wanted to be sure to lock in some profits on that spike. And then I locked in the bulk of my rest of my shares right here. So it's about 2/3 or more than that, about almost all of my shares right here in this move from 10 to 15. Probably had like a 14.9 average or something like that. And then I had kept 5,000 shares just to see what it'll do at the end of the day. Um, and it freaking pushed. It pushed even more. This thing is pretty strong, pretty incredible. Um, I sold the rest of my shares. Um, this one right at 19 cents and this one at 19.99. Hence the Prince pun in the beginning. So this was a pretty decent trade all in all. Um, Me recognizing the support zone and not cutting the loss right here because I would have been pretty upset if you know I accidentally missed this buy signal and it took off without me knowing that I had positions, with even a better average. That would have made me hot, but I'm glad I kept it on radar and I gave it the time needed to play out. I really didn't look at any other stocks today at all. I was just managing this position the whole day, so I have no idea what else is ran in the market or anything else like that. So that can bring me up to speed. So once again, the daily. Also, one thing to note, I sold most of my position. This is kind of a first green day, but I don't think it has the potential to gap up right now. It kind of ran pretty far, so it's really overextended just from where the basic consolidation was. And if you go out to the longer term chart, this is the weekly candles. Let's see. There we go. Here is where, I know it's low volume, no volume compared to that, but here's where it was trading at before, and then it was choppy right here in this, 20 cents area. So it may gap up and try to retest, 30 cents or so, but, I think it's going to have a pullback day before it even tries to attempt all of this, just due to the fact that it moved so much today. But this is this is the trade recap. If you have any questions, um, shoot me a message, tweet me, whatever. And I'll see you guys in chat. Hey, Spooky out.